Hey guys, so I'm going to show you the steps that I use to both, do my everyday makeup face and at the same time what I also use to clean my skin and take care of it, like skincare video. So the first thing that I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to put on my primer. This is the SPF 50 Protector Fluid by MAC. This is what I use as my primer, but a lot of people use it as sunblock. I've just found that this works really, really well with oily skin like mine, so that's why I like it. But this is my Clarisonic Mia from, I got this from Sephora. This is not the regular Clarisonic, but I figured that it still does the job, which is why I got that. So I cleanse with that in the Zero Oil by Origins, and then I always go ahead and moisturize. I use the Neutrogena oil-free moisturizer for sensitive skin, and then I put on my primer for my face. Now I'm going to be using Origins Ginseng. This is an eye cream for people who have baggy eyes. The number one reason people use this is because of bags. I thought I would go ahead and use this. So there's so much left on this that I'm not going to go ahead and dip my finger in there yet. I take a little bit. I'm going to put this on my under eye area. Be careful to avoid your eyelashes. You do not want any sort of chemical like this on your eyelashes. I don't know what it'll do, but that lady did tell me don't do that because your eyelashes could fall out. You might feel a little bit of a burning sensation when you put this on, but that's fine. Like, I haven't put it in my eye or anything like that. Then I'm going to use my Birds & Bees lip balm. This is the regular Soothing, Cooling, Refreshing lip balm. The idea behind this is to go ahead and put on all the under layers first, like all the primers, moisturizers, all that stuff beforehand. Okay, so then now that everything's on my face, and I know it's been here for a few minutes, it's okay to go ahead and put on your next step. I think it's really important to let all of this soak in before you just keep layering. Then I'm going to use my Origins Quick Hide Concealer. It's right here. This is in the color Medium Deep 04. I just use the applicator on here, and I just make one swipe down the middle. Then what I like to do is use a 224 brush like this and go ahead and just put on your normal concealer, like blend it in like you normally would. A lot of people say that having an eye cream under a concealer is like the most important thing, just because you'll get really good coverage and you're treating whatever problem you have instead of just hiding it. Next, I'm going to use an eyeshadow by MAC. This is called Soba. And I'm actually going to use a fluffy brush just because I want this to look super natural. Just putting this on all the way to the top part of my eye. Like so. And then I'm going to use a color by MAC called Soft Brown. Also my 224 brush. I'm going to pick that up on top. Place it just in my eyelid. I'm going to use a color by Urban Decay called Buck right here. I'm going to pick that up with my 224 and just place that in the crease. The easiest way to make your eyes look awake in the morning is just to place a crease color down and nothing else. It really helps. I'm going to pick up a color by Inglot. I don't know what it's called, but it's this like really good highlight color up there. I'm going to actually pick it up with a 252 by MAC and place that on my brow bone. This is the perfect foolproof eyeshadow for highlighting, where it doesn't even look like you've put anything on. So everyone else just thinks that you've got perfect eyebrows, your eye shape is perfect, and it's your secret that you actually have highlighted your brow bone. I like to go ahead and apply my foundation. So for right now, I'm using my Dior Skin Air Flash Foundation, the color 400. I've kind of been switching back and forth depending on just, what I want my skin to look like that day. And I think like with the fact that winter's coming, I'm missing having like a bronzy type of makeup look. So that's why I'm going back to this, because this is a little bit darker, as I told you guys before. So I like to take my kabuki brush, this is by MAC, it's the Duo Fiber one, taking my aerosol can, spraying it directly on there, and putting it on my face. I just love the texture on this foundation. It looks so pretty, it soaks right in. Then I'm also going to use my Makeup Forever's Camouflage Cream in pink. And I'm going to place this on my chin before I put my foundation on it. So then I'm going to keep going back. What I like to do with this is put on a little bit at a time and then keep building it, because I don't want it to look unnatural, and this can end up looking that way if you use so much, because it's pretty thick and it looks gorgeous, but if you put on too much it cannot, you know, it'll look not so good. The trick to any foundation is just blending it, you know, like really, really well. See how pretty and natural that looks? So now if you don't have oily skin, I wouldn't even go on and powder this, but I do have oily skin and I don't want it to become a problem later on in the day, so I'm going to use my Youngblood's High Definition Mineral Hydrating Powder in the color Warmth. And I'm actually going to pick it up with a fluffy brush like this and place just the tiniest bit in the areas that could get kind of tricky throughout the day. If you notice, I haven't powdered my under eye concealer yet, because with this concealer you really don't have to, but I am going to, just not with this. What I found best for the most staying power for under eye concealer, I use two things. I use my MAC Prep and Prime translucent powder, and I pick that up with a smaller brush like this. This is by Inglot. This is just to set it, just to give you good staying power angle. This is the Graftobian's HD Powder Foundation. I'm picking up both of these colors right here if you guys have this. This and this. The bottom one is called Buttercream, the top one is called Soft Ivory. I know, very, very light for my skin color, but that's fine. These end up looking really natural. I've taken a powder brush, dipped into both colors, and I'm placing that right on top of my under eye concealer. Nothing brightens up the under eye better than this. Mally Beauty Believable Bronzer in the color Tanning right over there. Again, I'm going to pick up a stippling brush just because it's bronzer and I want to go with the light hand. And I'm going to apply that on my hairline up here, definitely. No bronzer can look good without applying it up there, because that's where you tend to be the darkest usually. No matter how perfect of a skin tone you have, you always tend to be darker up there. So you want to create that illusion by making sure that you keep it darker up there. And then I went down my temples and down where I would contour my face with a very natural, normal contour, not something crazy. What I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to take my Dim Lip Erase by MAC, pat it on my lips that had the Burt's Bees lip balm on there. I'm going to take MAC's Barbecue Lip Liner. Like that. And then I'm going to take MAC's Sheen Supreme Lipstick in Supremely Confident. These go on a lot like the lipstick by Bobbi Brown that I love so much, Heather Buff and Heather Mauve. This is a very nude look, right? But on top of this, I'm going to go ahead and layer Going Casual by MAC. To bring the lips kind of back to life. And I've got like a pretty pink palette. Then what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to take a spoolie, create the eyebrow shape that I want, and also because this is going to help take off some of the powder or foundation that could have gotten on your eyebrows, because I'm sure it did when we were using the Big Kabuki brush to kind of go all over. Then I'm going to use my Bobbi Brown Brow Shaper. Love, love, love this product. This is probably the one product that I bought after reading a magazine. I think it was Allure, and people just loved it. So I said, okay, well, I'll give this a try. Usually, I read all the beauty magazines. I never go out and buy anything because I know that people just write all kinds of crap in there. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is I'm going to curl my eyelashes. And I'm going to apply Mute Smoky Lash Mascara. It's definitely still my favorite, but it's getting kind of old and clumpy now. I'm also going to layer my Hot and Naughty by MAC just because I want the lashes to look even bigger. Like so. It separated the lashes so much and made them really pretty. Now, I don't like to use this in the bottom lash line because I've noticed that it flakes off and makes my under eye area look like it has black spots. So I'm going to stick to my Smoky Lash by MAC. Or by Makeup Forever. I don't even know what I was thinking. Like so, and then I'm going to zoom out and show you guys my full face. And there is my full face. And it's just a really fresh, you know, really natural, normal look for every day, and that's what I like. I don't like to look unnatural. Also, I work in a place where we're not really allowed to wear too much makeup except for foundation and mascara, so that's what I'm trying to recreate here. Let me show you guys my eyes and how natural that looks. So you can't even really tell that there's anything on there. That's what we're going for. Anyways, I hope you guys like this video, and if you have any questions, let me know. I know this is a skincare video also, but I had to do it together just because I don't have enough products to talk to you guys about in a separate skincare video, but that's really all that I use. I just cleanse my face, I moisturize, and I put on eye cream, and that's about it. Alright, bye guys.